This video is a little more spiritual today, but we're going to be discussing the soul. We've heard of mind, body and soul, and most of us as humans, we spend so much time in the mind, and our body, our vehicle, suffers. But a lot of time we ignore the soul. So I'm going to show you how to live a more soulful life and just explain in layman's terms what the soul actually is. So mind, body and soul, they're three separate things, but we seem to live it all as one. If we looked at things separately and we started looking through different perspectives, you'd see that you'd improve and move forward in life a lot easier. You'd be a lot more happier if you worked with the soul. So this whole talk is going to be about trying to look through the eyes of the soul. And some of these sayings that we hear, they become more true now and they make more sense when we start looking at it like this. So we've all heard of the ego. People that say they're not spiritual, if you believe in ego, there's an opposite. That's your soul. So if you have an ego and you know other people have an ego, they also have a soul. We all have souls and we're all connected in one way or another. The main thing though is we got to start listening to our soul. We've got so much going on in our lives, so much chaos, so much drama, as I discussed before. A lot of time our soul isn't heard. So think of your soul as your intuition. That little knowing, that voice that you sometimes hear, that gut feeling, that's your soul. We call it your inner wisdom, your intuition, your gut feeling. All can be looked at the same thing, but for me, that's your soul. There's a knowing within you that's what's right. So let's start straight away. Your soul always knows the truth. When we're lying, you know you're lying. Your body is doing things without you even realizing it. You're sweating, your heart's going. You struggle to get your words out. Imagine your soul's inside you going, you're lying, you're lying. And your ego is fighting and hiding against that lie. And that's how it works. They work against each other. We can work with each other. And I like to look at the ego as your teacher. So your soul knows when you're lying. Your soul also knows the truth. It knows the right thing to do always. And sometimes we have that feeling that, oh, I want to go and do that. And then all of a sudden you talk yourself out of it. So it's that initial feeling, first of all, that's your soul. And it's your ego, then all the thoughts come in, and I can't do that. Imagine if that happens, or what would that person say? Ego then takes over. So if we can start becoming more aware of the soul and working with the soul, it'll be able to deal with the ego a lot more. And these constant inner voices and dialogues inside be able to deal with a lot more and understand a lot more. So if the soul always speaks the truth, our words become more important. I've discussed words all the time and the power of it, but today I'm going to look at the words as your communication with your soul. Everything you say, your soul is responding. It just believes what you're saying is true. The English language is very deceptive, and we have many words that are actually not committed. Might, what might, try, hope, potentially. And the other side, which is damaging to the soul, I can't, I won't, I don't. All these words are communicating. So if you say you might do something, your soul thinks you will do something. If you say you can't do something, your soul's like, yes, you can. So we need to pay attention to the words. If we can change hope, might, potentially, maybe to I will, that is a full-on commitment. And when you stick to that, your soul's happy, you're happy. When you don't, and I always use the same example, when you say you're going out with friends, I might come, your soul doesn't want to go. So if you do go, your soul suffers, and if you don't go, your friends suffer because you lied to them. When we go out on a night out, and I had plenty of these where I said, I'm not drinking tonight, I'll only have a few, I'll have an early night. It gets to like 6 in the morning, I've just got to bed, and I'm feeling that anxious feeling. It's because I lied to my soul. My soul's suffering just as much. I've got the hangover, I've got the come down, but my soul's suffering. If I had just said, I'm going out, I'm having 5 drinks, and I'm going to bed at this time, and I did it, yeah, my body would be suffering a bit the next day, but my soul would be happy because I stuck to what I set out to do. And here's many things in life. We always say that we're going to do something. I'm going to start training again. I'm going to get into yoga. I'm going to do all these things, and then something stops you. And that horrible feeling, that guilt, that resentment, that's your soul saying you could have done it. Just do it. And we keep fighting against it. So it's to kind of say, right, this is what I'm doing now. It's my commitment to the soul, and work with it. Meditation. That's the second one I mentioned again yesterday. Really, really important when we're looking at the life of the soul. Meditation is a silent space. It gets you in a flow state. The ego is not allowed within the meditation. It's literally sitting, watching through the window, and it's your soul's playground. It's a vacation for your soul, which you can go into this space. You can leave all the crap behind, and you can just allow your soul to go and do whatever it wants, and within that space you can create. And it comes back to your feelings, because once your eyes are closed, everything's a thought, and what that thought then is attached with is that feeling inside you. So if you're thinking of happy things, that feeling of happiness then shows up. So meditation is an amazing thing for the soul. It allows your soul to recharge, to flourish. So when you come back into this waking state, your ego then becomes more active, but your soul can deal with it. It's not stressing every time your ego tries to make a decision. And the more you go back into this silent time and then come back out, it's more charged, goes back in, it gets more creative, you get more feelings, you get more motivation, more clarity. Then you come back out here and you're vibrating on a different level. And all of a sudden, all these things that you want to happen will start making its way to you. That's the law of attraction. That's the law of the universe. So another one with the soul is self-love. We often neglect ourselves. When you're now looking in the mirror, rather than just looking at your physical body and a lot of the things that we hate about our body and we're really hard on ourselves, this time look in the mirror and look directly into your eyes and communicate with your soul. When was the last time you actually looked in the mirror and said, wow, you look good today? Appreciation. You're looking in the mirror, you say, wow, I look great today. Your soul's inside is like, what, me? Oh my God, they recognize me. First time, you've ignored me for ages. That's all I wanted. You light your soul up. Your day will change completely. Self-love. How often do you say you love yourself? How often do you say, I'm loving life right now? It's so, so important just to be kind to yourself. A pep talk. What's going to happen today? Lead the day with more clarity. Again, with a game plan. Again, working with your soul to make all that happen. When you get to the end of the day and that's been all ticked off, healing happens. You feel happier. It's a great place to be in, and the more you can start communicating with yourself and start re-energizing your soul, the more you'll be able to go into the day and enjoy it more. So self-love, kindness, clarity, use your mirror as your communication with your soul. The next one is your body. Your body is a vehicle. It's a vessel for your soul. And I really, really want you to think about, imagine looking through the eyes of your soul and they're inside your body right now. Is your body a temple? Is your body a palace for your soul to wander around and think, wow, this place is amazing? Because a lot of stuff that we put in our body and the lack of attention we give it and lack of care we give it, you can imagine your soul is like, what the hell is this? It's like you booked a dodgy hotel and it's awful when you open your room. That potentially is how your soul's feeling all the time. So when we put this stress on ourselves and we don't exercise, we don't keep active, we eat crap foods, we're not working with the soul at all. And the ego might say, yeah, I'm just going to have another one, sod it, I can eat what I want. Yeah, of course you can. If you're not paying attention and you keep doing that, over time your soul's going to suffer more and more. There becomes a resentment, and then the ego becomes even more apparent, trying to justify why we are like this. Use your food as nourishment for the soul. Ask yourself when you've got certain things just about to eat it, does my soul want this right now? But sometimes it will. Sometimes we do it unconsciously and we're not paying attention. Exercise, you're energizing the soul, you're sending energy around the whole body, you're clearing the thoughts whilst you're in this flow state. And again, your soul will communicate with you and tell you exactly what you need to do. And whilst you're in that silent space, whilst you're in flow, you'll be able to hear it a lot more. And that's really powerful. So treat your body as your vehicle. Your body responds to the mind, and your soul lives within the body. So if we can get the mind thinking more positive, being more aware of what we're putting in our body, being more aware of the exercise, our soul is going to be lit up even more so. So the next one is asking your soul. A lot of times that we've always got the answers within inside us, that gut feeling. And to hear the soul, we need to go into silence. And usually that gut feeling when we're not used to silence is, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this. The panic mode, the reactions, the things we forget about. Your soul's just reminding you. But sometimes go into this space, and if you've really got a question you need answered, there's something that you want completed, there's a task that's outstanding, there's someone you need to go and speak to, but you're not sure what to say. Ask one question, close your eyes and keep asking that question silent in your head. The answers will pop up. Every single time you'll have a bit more idea of what you're going to do as soon as you open your eyes again. But ask more questions. Be okay with these fearful things that come up. And just ask, what would I do now? What's my next step? And then the most important thing is trust in your soul. Trust in your gut feeling, sitting with it. Try and notice when the ego comes up as well. The words don't, can't, won't, that's ego. When you feel a bit angry and you feel a bit moody, the question I ask is, can you be happier right now? Yeah, I could. Okay, that's your ego that's making you not happy then. It's why would you? If you really ask, can you let that go? Yes. Your soul will be more happy if you do that. So guys, pay attention now to your soul. Look through the eyes of your soul and work with your soul. Start with the words that you use. Be true to your word. Speak to your soul. The next one is the meditation, the silent time. Let your soul go and have some fun. Let your soul be creative and let your soul come back into this waking state fully energized. The next one is the self-love. Look in the mirror. Notice, appreciate, love, be kind, be clear. Powerful, powerful stuff. Next one is your body, your temple, your vehicle, your vessel, your soul's playground within inside. Is it Zen place for it to be? And if not, what can you do now to start improving that? And lastly, ask your soul. Trust in your soul and listen to the answers. I hope that makes sense. If you've got any more questions on the soul and different explanations may be needed, please do reach out and I'll be more than happy to speak more on it. Work with your soul and enjoy life.